Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Yes, this is a classic even after 60 years. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and Rudolph's nose will glow. Not from some pile of white snowy blow. Ho, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can see. And if she's a freak like you, fist her once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, it's the best time of the year. Oh my golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. I'm John Renton with the retro review of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer from 1964. Ow, that bell certainly can ring in your ear for years and years and years. A certified Christmas classic. Everybody loves it. If you don't love it, there's something wrong with you. Actually, everybody likes different things, but obviously I was not born in 1964, even though I am older than dirt, but I watched this from a very early age on television. We used to have the VHS, and it runs every single goddamn year with stop motion type technology that was used in King Kong, the original King Kong that is, and other films. But really, this is a certified classic. It's from the director of The Ballad of Smokey the Bear, and also the writer of The Hobbit, the animated Hobbit, the 1977 or 78 version, I forget what. It's based on the book by Robert May and the song by Johnny Marks. And Burl Ives is Sam the Snowman. He tells the story of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. If you do not know the story of Rudolph, the fuck? Get your head out of your goddamn ass. Rudolph is voiced by Billy Mays Richards, or Billy May Richards, not Billy Mays where his brain went kaboom. That's terrible. Merry Christmas. And we have Larry D. Mann as Yukon Cornelius. You know, his wife actually had a similar sounding name, but there was a different letter instead of C. Nevertheless, let's move on from that. I argue that Yukon actually is the best character of this whole thing. And you have Paul Soles as Hermie, the elf that wants to become a dentist, and then Stan Francis as Santa. And it's a classic. You have great songs, a soundtrack that will warm its way into your heart, into your head, into every bit of your soul. It's like a warm cup of, I don't know, cider or tea or whatever the fuck you guys drink. But if you're kids, don't drink alcohol until your parents aren't looking and then break in their liquor cabinet. Don't do that. That's not a good thing to do. But Burl Ives as Sam the Snowman shows up and what's the matter? You never seen a talking snowman before? And then, yes, it's just exactly what you would want, with some great songs and just a great story about accepting your glowing nose friend that will save Christmas because of an insane snowstorm and the Bumble, the snow monster and everything, Bumble's bounce and all that. And yeah, you want me to recount the fucking plot of a kid's movie? I mean, what the fuck? It's 52 minutes. Fun fact though, the original airing only had them visit the Isle of Misfit Toys, and then that was it. Kids wrote in wondering what happened to the Isle of Misfit Toys. What happened to them? Rudolph was going to come back with Santa's sleigh and take them to all the good girls and boys. So apparently a short was commissioned that was put into the future broadcast, and there we go. And that's good. See, kids, you can use your powers for good instead of being on TikTok and being on people's lawns, and shut up and leave me alone. That being said, it's fun. It's just meant to be a fun movie. It's like, you know, old Kris Kringle, the king of jingling. That just sounds like a euphemism. No wonder Mrs. Claus is so happy around Christmas, because Santa only comes once a year. You're welcome. Now I'm going to get to ruining things. But cover up his nose so he, isn't seen as a freak. He does have a friend, Fireball. I used to have a mouse called Fireball, actually. She would have been eaten by the science teacher's snake. That's not a euphemism. They were actually animals there, and she had a good few years in life. So then both Hermie, who wants to be a dentist but isn't, why weren't you in elf practice? I like how that particular boss was shouting, and then the other elves were whispering. Everybody up to the goddamn peak of the North Pole would have heard that shit, by the way, just saying. You could have been in space and you would have heard that motherfucker yell. But Hermie wants to be a dentist. He decides to take off. Rudolph Then does really good at flying practice, but his nose cover comes off, and now he's seen as a freak. He's seen as a horrible, horrible goddamn freak. And there's Clarice, hello Clarice. Now imagine Clarice the deer in Silence of the Lambs, and now you will never unsee it. It rubs the lotion on its skin, or else Rudolph gets the nose again. Oh! Dear God, I need help. Dear God, I need help. Merry Christmas. So, it's just meant to be fun. It's just meant to be a fun movie with some good songs and everything. And they mock his nose. He, There's Always Tomorrow. That was a song by Clarice. I'm like, it's like the one song in the short or movie that doesn't really work. It's like, it's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, or Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, like Charlie's mom doing that one song where it's not bad, but it doesn't measure up to everything else. So, Hermie and Rudolph talk, and they say, well, I'm independent. How about we be independent together? That's not how independence works, you dumb sons of bitches. Teaching kids how, words can't be defined properly. So they find Yukon Cornelius, gold and silver and gold, and, throws up the woohoo, throws up the, pickaxe and licks it, nothing. And then on IMDb, it was talking about him looking for the elusive peppermint mine. And gold and silver and gold, Burl Ives singing that. And Burl Ives, what a varied career he had. And then they run into the abominable snow monster. We'll have to outwit him with our superior intelligence, so let's just run. I mean, fair. It really is a bumble, though. That is not an intimidating snow monster. I mean, maybe if you were 4 years old, but even then you're like, I could take him. Because they find out that, he's scared of water. He can't get in water. They take off for the Isle of Misfit Toys. There's Charlie in the box. There's, Christmas Day is here. It's the most wonderful time of the year. And they're all singing and all acting weird and everything. And then the lion with the goddamn wings. Because why the fuck not? And then a spotted elephant. Who designed these toys, by the way? But nevertheless, Rudolph decides he doesn't want to endanger any of his friends anymore. He takes off for home. He grows up apparently living just fine in the wilderness, despite the fact he never could seem to really find his way home properly. Meanwhile, his dad, his mom, and Clarice, hello Clarice, took off trying to find Rudolph, and now they're trapped with the snow monster. Quick question, how did Rudolph get home so fast, and how did he get to the cave so fast? Never mind, it's fine. He gets there, he rams the bumble in the ass, that's not a euphemism, but he ends up knocking himself out also. And now he's done for. But then suddenly Yukon Cornelius has an idea. Hermie, pretend to be a pig. Because this thing's stupid and it'll believe anything that sounds like a pig. So he does. And then he throws some snow on him. And then Hermie takes his teeth out. So at first, he was experimenting on Doll's teeth. He takes the teeth out of the bumble. And then he doesn't seem to understand how Novocaine works. Do not let this motherfucker actually ever work on your teeth or get near your teeth or get near the teeth of even a cadaver. Yukon ends up saving them by taking a plunge, but then he's fine because everybody's just working just fine in the shop. Hermie is a dentist all of a sudden because the boss says, yes, sure. And then Yukon shows up with the bumble. And how'd you survive? Didn't I tell you bumbles bounce? But maybe misfits have a place too. And then Santa's like, we have to cancel Christmas because of a bad storm. That's how the thing opened with Burl Ives and the newspaper stuff and everything. And this is him telling the story. And then, oh wait, we have this glowing nose of this creature that we've been making fun of for so goddamn long. He's just a little bit different. So let's use that nose. By the way, why did the nose make people look like they were having the goddamn seizure robot thing from The Simpsons? Never understand that. So they take off, have a holly jolly Christmas. They get the Misfit toys, all of them, jumping into Santa's ever-expanding big sack, you're welcome. And they have an endless supply of umbrellas so they can float down there, including Charlie in the box and all that stuff and everything. So yeah, everybody has a holly jolly Christmas this year and every year if you watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So yeah, it's a certified classic and it's fun. And I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it. I think I was 4 when I first watched it, and I'm almost 44 now, and I still enjoy it. I try to watch it every single year. Nevertheless, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter, Letterboxd, and Blue Sky handle in the description. I'm John Rithlin, and I'll see you soon.